What's good, everybody? Rhetorical question, life. My name is Heavy Bree, and welcome back to my channel. And thank you for clicking on this video today. I appreciate every single last one of you guys, the subscribers, the new watchers, new people on this channel. Appreciate every single last one of you. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I'm still out here in Kearney, Nebraska. I finally got it right. It's called Kearney. It's not spelled Kearney like a carnival. It's spelled like Kearney. To me, my brain, I see Kearney, but it's pronounced Kearney. So yeah, I finally got it right. I spoke to somebody, several people, and they helped me out with that. So yeah. Yeah, I'm stuck here in this hotel room. I went and saw a movie today. Saw the new Captain America movie. It was okay. It was okay. Nothing to cook a noodle over, but it was all right, and it's giving me hope. There's a few things that happen in the movie that gives me hope for the future of the MCU. But overall, it was an all right movie. But anyway, today I want to talk to you guys about the people who ruin our society, the people who cause problems in our society. And everybody has their own opinion about who these people are and or what they are. Some people think it's people on different sides of the political spectrum. Some people think it's a certain group or race of people. Some people think that it's like, the government, politicians, whatever. But when you chalk it all up, the people who cause problems in our communities, amongst us, at work, in society, all these people are two kinds of people, sometimes one and the same. They are the sad and the stupid. Two kinds of people. Sometimes it's all in one. Sad, stupid people are what cause problems in our society. Now, let's break it down for a second. What are sad people? Short answer, a sad person is a person who's been through some stuff, who's experienced pain in their life, and has never sought out help to fix that pain. They never overcame that pain. It happened to them. They've been through some stuff, some traumatic stuff. It could been anything, like a poor childhood, a horrible experience, something that happened in their life that has latched onto them, and they have not washed it off. Like some crap happened to them, and they have not been able to wash it off because they either have normalized it, or they don't. Out of stubbornness, they chose not to fix it. And sometimes, most of the times, these people don't even know that they're hurt. They're just acting out. They lash out because they're sad. They're sad people, and they're miserable. They're sad. The second kind of person, which is usually related to the other person, is the stupid. Now, who are the stupid? The stupid aren't dumb people. They aren't people who lack knowledge. They aren't ignorant people. Stupid people are the ones who refused to think. I'm not saying, they can think, but they refuse to think critically. They refuse to think beyond their initial thoughts. They have a belief, they have beliefs, they have a way of thinking, and rather than challenging these beliefs and challenging the way they think, they choose to just go with it, and then they project that view or that way of thinking onto the rest of society and the rest of the world. And unfortunately, those kind of people, sometimes they end up gaining influence or gaining, followers or whatever, or influencing other people around them. And then they end up, just creating more problems for those around us. Now, how do these people, how do the stupid and the sad, how does the sad and the stupid ruin society? Well, like I said before, they project their views and their pain onto other people. They'll look at another person as a scapegoat for their problems, or they'll, like, just create issues for other people because, you know, their way of thinking, in their mind, in their way of thinking, and from their past experiences or what they've been through, they feel like, oh, every person is like this. Every person who looks like this is like that. Every person on that side of the political spectrum is like this. They initially just see something and they go with their initial thought. And because of the pain they've been through in their life, they take on this defensive approach when they interact with people who are different from them, and they just project their issues onto others. Another way that these people cause problems in society is they start unnecessary conflicts because they themselves are conflicted. I did a video a while back about the conflicted. I'll probably do another video just talking about the conflicted, but the conflicted, the sad, and the stupid are all one and the same. And what they do is, when a person is sad and stupid, they will cause problems for other people around them. Unnecessary problems, unnecessary conflicts. They will escalate an issue beyond what it is just because they don't know how to resolve issues in a productive and mature way. And the third way, there are many ways they ruin society, but the third way, and one of the main ways that these people cause problems in our society, is that they breed. They are allowed to breed. Now, I'm not a fascist, okay? I'm not a fascist, but I strongly believe that, if I ruled the world, or was a ruler of a country, I would make it mandatory for every person who wants to breed to complete a certain amount of steps before they have children, because I believe that all children, whether it's cubs, hatchlings, all younglings, all children, all little ones, they learn mainly from observing their surroundings. And the main person who they learn from plays a very pivotal role in how they interact with the rest of society. So ladies, gentlemen, mature people out there, be careful who you breed with. Be careful who you have children with, because if one of you or both of you have unresolved issues and don't have a hard time thinking rationally, odds are your child is going to become that same kind of person. And some people like to blame the media and the rest of society for why their kids are the way they are, but your child's first role model and first example of how to be a person starts with you and those around you. So watch who you keep around your kids, but more importantly, watch who you breed with to have children with. Now, how do you avoid becoming this kind of person? Because before we could talk about how to avoid a sad and stupid person, we first have to learn how we ourselves can avoid being around or becoming a sad and stupid person. So the first and most critical way to avoid becoming a sad and stupid person is to work on yourself. That involves working out, eating clean. You can eat whatever you want, but the majority of the food that you eat, the majority of your food and your fuel that you put in your body should be some healthy, clean stuff, okay? Because the food that you eat does affect how you act, it affects how you think, and it affects your mood. All food, whatever you consume, okay? Whether that's food, drinks, whatever you consume affects your mood and affects how you behave. Some people don't believe that, but hey man, And I've met some people who eat whatever they want, doesn't affect them at all. But for most people, you eat too much sodium, you eat too much sugar, you eat too much salt, you drink a lot of alcohol or do a lot of drugs, is going to affect your behavior, it's going to affect your mood. Trust me, it does. Now, also, you have to exercise. I'm not saying go out there and become a gym bro. I'm not saying out there and do P90X. I'm not saying go out there and do Pilates. I'm saying just simple working out. Simple, easy workout routine, a little bit of yoga, a little bit of stretching, going for a walk every day. Walking really does. Like me, I walk every day, and walking helps clear my mind, because once you exert your body, you're like releasing cortisol or whatever that is, that you're releasing like hormones that allow that cleans you up. Okay, and afterwards you gotta take a shower afterwards. Like there's nothing like a good workout to help you clear your head of whatever's going on in your life. Also, by improving yourself, you have to study, you have to learn, like self-learning, even if it's just going on YouTube and looking up a how to do this or how to do that, or reading a book, or learning a new skill, learning a new language. Constantly learning will help you expand your mind, so that way you can think better and think more critically. Okay? Another thing is, the second way to avoid becoming this kind of person is to only solve problems, only worry about problems that are within your control. If you can fix it, and if it's within your control, then that's a problem worth solving. Now, things that aren't within your control are other people, the weather, traffic, what goes on social media, how your family thinks, how your friends think. You can't control these things. You can only focus on the things that you can control. Matter of fact, every day, when this video is over, I want you to write a list of things that are within my control. Just think about those things in your control. And if you're having trouble with that, don't worry. Pretty soon I'll have a video talking about things that are within your control, or things that are within my control that I worry about. So that way I'm not becoming a conflicted or a sad, stupid person. The third way to avoid becoming this kind of person is to develop a healthy relationship with God. Now, some of you who are watching this might be agnostic, might be atheist, might have a different way of have a different perspective of how you see God, but just any kind of healthy, good relationship with God, with the Most High, or any kind of spirituality will improve your life substantially. Believing in God or having some kind of spirituality in your life is like a cheat code, okay? When you have a healthy relationship with God and spirituality and the universe, it helps you get through life's hoops and hurdles a lot more easier. Now, if you're a person who doesn't believe in all that stuff, I'm not going to debate you on your beliefs, because I believe that everybody has their own beliefs, and that's up to them. They have everybody has their own life and their way of looking at things. So, but if you develop a healthy relationship with God, it will help some of that crap that's in your life be a lot less crappy. The fourth way to avoid becoming this kind of person is to go to therapy. Is to do therapy. Now, when people hear therapy, they're like, "Oh man, I ain't got the money. I ain't got the time for therapy. I ain't got the money for therapy." Say less. There are plenty of groups in your town, in your area, wherever you live at. There are a lot of free groups, people who meet up every day or every week, once a week, maybe a few times a month, and they sit together and they talk about things that they have been through. Because the only way to get through trauma, the only way to tackle your trauma and to get over whatever problems you've been through in your past is by, working together as a group. You're not going to be able to do it alone. Getting over your trauma and whatever you've been through in your life is a group effort. You need other people around you. You need healthy people around you who've been where you were at, who can help you get through it. That's why there's places like AA and other anonymouses where people meet up, and like those things are free. Even if you're not an alcoholic, you can still go to an AA meeting and talk to people and get to know people and everything. And sometimes by hearing how their stories and how they overcame their problems, it can inspire you to get through your stuff, you know. And so so if you can't afford therapy, and if you can't afford better help, or or going to see a psychiatrist, then I recommend going to group therapy. Make sure it's a healthy group, though. I'm not saying, because not all groups, because one thing, you go to a group place and everything, and you found out you ran into the wrong circle. You might go to a meeting, find out that it's actually a bunch here. See a bunch of guys talking about, like, all these women are ruining our lives, or if you go to a meeting, and then next thing you know, like, guys start talking about eradicating a certain race and everything. You're like, oh snap, I'm at a Nazi rally. You don't want to, or you go to, or you hang out with certain people. They seem like fun people who help you forget about your problems, but then next thing you know, that they want to, like, blow up a hospital or something like that. Next thing you know, you join a terrorist group. You're on a watch list, and now the FBI is monitoring your life. You don't want those problems. Find a healthy group that wants to help you, that has been through what you've been through, and who want to help you out. All right. So now that we know how to avoid becoming a sad and stupid person, now we can talk about how to avoid the influences of a sad and stupid person. Because sometimes these sad and stupid people, just because a person is smart, rich, has a lot of charisma, doesn't mean that they are not sad and stupid. A lot of people with a lot of influence and a lot of charisma and whatever it is, a lot of them are sad and stupid. And but if that person is smart, charismatic, and knows and understands human psychology, they can manipulate other people, and then that's how people end up normalizing their dysfunctional behavior. So, with that being said, let's get into it. To avoid the influences of a sad and stupid person, first, don't argue with them. Don't give them any attention. Don't argue with them. Don't acknowledge them. Once you see a person that a person is sad and stupid, leave them alone. Don't give them any attention. If they say something stupid to you, don't argue with them. Pretty much ignore them. When I was in school, I dealt with a lot of well, all kids say and do dumb stuff. So, and sometimes as a kid, I would find myself getting emotional by some of the rude behavior of my peers. All the teachers, everybody around me would always say, hey, if someone's bothering you, just ignore them. Don't talk to them. Don't bother them. And it took years for it to click in, because as a kid, I used to have emotional issues. So I would get upset and lash out, fighting other kids and getting into trouble and everything. And at the end of the day, that was just me getting suspended from school. And it ended up with me getting suspended in school or something like that, or getting jumped or whatever. So, and it works. First off, don't pay attention to people who are sad and stupid, because they want that attention, whether it's good or bad. It's validation and vindication for them that, hey, I got this person riled up. Like I said, they're sad and stupid. Their behavior only makes sense to them. What they do only makes sense to them. All right, in their own sad and stupid world. Now, the second way to avoid being the influence of a sad and stupid person, sympathize with them. Sympathize with them, because remember, a sad and stupid person has been through some stuff and has not gotten over it, and they either can't or refuse to think beyond their initial thoughts. So with these people, you have to sympathize with them, okay? Because they are still our fellow man and or woman. So give them sympathy. But give them sympathy. Do not hate them. Just understand that person is going through some stuff, and they don't know how to fix their own problems, because they don't even know that they have a problem, because they've been avoiding it for a long time. So sympathize with them. Ignore them, sympathize with them, and then ignore them. And then you have to understand that no matter where you go in life, whether you have a job, whether if you work with the public, if you have a job, you have coworkers, you work with customers, like we all need each other to get through this stuff in life. I'm a trucker. I like my job because I don't gotta deal with people all the time, but we need each other. All people need each other. Excuse me. Unless you go live in the Alaskan wilderness or something like that, or become a mountain person, or move out into the woods or whatever, if you live in society, you are choosing to live amongst people, and thus we need each other. So learn to get along with people. You know, if somebody's going through some stuff and acting a certain way, and their behavior is negative or just toxic, understand you're dealing with a sad and stupid person. Give them sympathy, ignore their behavior, and when you interact with them, just keep it professional. Don't talk to them about personal stuff. Don't talk to them about other stuff that's not related to work. Just be polite to them. Don't argue with them, and then if the person's being difficult, I know this is gonna sound like some punk stuff, but if you're dealing with a person who's argumentative and always trying to create issues in the work environment, if you've tried to just separate yourself from that person, come back later when passions are high and their behavior and whatever there is they're going through has calmed down, and then try interacting with them. And if they're still on some BS, then talk to your supervisor and be like, hey, I can't work with so-and-so. He or she's being very difficult. Listen, like if you like your job or your career, whatever you're doing, and you have to work with a person who's like conflicted, sad and stupid person, they're sassy, then just talk to your boss, talk to your supervisor, and be like, hey, I can't work with this person, this guy. But then also, if you're the only person having problems with this person, and everyone else is having problems with you in the work environment, odds are you probably are the sassy person. You didn't follow the steps in the last part of the video, and you probably are the one who's sad and stupid. I should know. I used to be this kind of person. I had problems that I went through in my life, and subconsciously I was pushing off my problems on other people. I would get into unnecessary conflicts. I would project my own problems on other people, and it made those around me who worked around me miserable. And there's anybody watching this video who found my channel and you found this video on my channel, and if I've ever worked with you or known you and have caused you any kind of problems in life, I just want to say that I'm sorry, and that it wasn't you. It was just some stuff that I was going through in that point in my life. But yeah, what you gotta do is understand that sometimes we all have problems. We all got stuff that we've been through in our life. And sometimes thinking, can be hard sometimes. Thinking critically can be hard. That's why you should eat healthy. That's why you should work out. And that's why you should always be learning something new every day. Not just learn something, let it be stored up in your brain, and then feel like, oh, I ain't got to learn nothing else, man. Just because you graduated high school or college doesn't mean your learning journey ends with that. Your learning journey does not end with a degree or a diploma or a high school diploma. It ends when you stop breathing. The more you learn, the more you continue to learn, the more smarter you become, and the easier it is for you to critically think when in certain situations. So yeah, that's my video today, talking about people who ruin society, people who are sad, who've been through some stuff, and people who are stupid, who refuse to think or refuse to learn from their mistakes. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you all gain something from this, and everything who gain something from this. I'm gonna drop this video tonight. I might later on add some timestamps for the video. Um, I'll probably go through it later and put in timestamps so that way you can address each section of this video, and like it'll be easier to you to get to different parts of the video, so that way you're not just like watching like, oh, I can go back and watch. And please watch this video as many times as you have to to develop and latch on to the concepts in this video, because watching it once is not going to help you avoid or stop from becoming a sad and stupid person. You should watch this video like once a week. If you have to, watch it once a week, watch it like once a month, every now and then, so that way you know how to deal with sad and stupid people and how to avoid becoming a sad and stupid person. Appreciate every single last one of you. Thank you all for watching. Peace and blessings, and have a prosperous day.